What is up, guys? Rick here, and this is Borderlands with swords. This is a game, Lord of the Rings, War in the North. Incredible game. If you like Borderlands, you are going to love this game. I discovered it it was just, I've heard of it in passing. You've probably not even heard of this game. It is so underrated. You can get it pretty much anywhere for less than 20 bucks. You can direct download it from, it's like on the Games on Demand on Xbox, so you can just download it immediately. You don't even need to find it in a store. And again, I think it's 20 bucks or less, and it's one of the best games I've had the pleasure of playing. If you're sick of Borderlands, you're at level 72, you know, you're just playing basically Borderlands 2 double penetrating Unkept Herald, and you're not really that fond of it anymore, you want something new but you still want to get your loot on, this is a game for you. It is incredibly addictive. One of the first things you'll see me do is I go to my inventory, and you get to see all the different options available. Like, there's different headpieces, different shoulder guards, different like just armor. There's probably more customization in this game than even in Borderlands 2 because of there's so many different things you can get. And when I eventually do go to the weapons, you'll see it's really similar to Borderlands. Certain weapons will have like glowing backgrounds to them if they're a fire weapon or an ice weapon or just kind of a legendary weapon. And you'll see one of the swords is even called like Grimstroke, just like a one name thing because it's a legendary weapon. And this game again is just super fun, and the loot system is super rewarding. It's again very similar to Borderlands 2, where you will find like really rare and possibly legendary weapons, and the legendary weapons are incredible. Like that Grimstroke weapon was so fun to use when it was my level, and even like 5 levels after it was my level, it was incredible. And the sweet thing is, this game even has some things that are better than Borderlands 2. Like things you would want in Borderlands 2, this game has. It's insane. First of all, you'll see me kind of go over the skills, and the skills you'll see are kind of really similar to Borderlands skills, where a lot of the stuff is just like improving, like you get armor bonuses or, you know, more damage to when you're using two-handed weapons and stuff, but you also unlock a lot of different attacks, and I'll talk about the combat system in a bit. But just back to the loot, some of the stuff that this game has that Borderlands doesn't even have is that some weapons will have empty slots. And you'll see that I go over these little gems or whatever that give bonuses like 10% fire damage, or more damage versus trolls, or more damage versus orcs or whatever. And so you can find weapons that may already be legendary, like may already be really good, and then they have slits that you can attach stuff to make them even better. And that's a thing that the Borderlands community is asking for, and this game has it present. So you'll be able to not only find incredible weapons, but also possibly make them even better and customize them for your playstyle. And the combat system in this is really fun and really satisfying. And basically what it is you press X, and that's kind of like your normal attack. You'll see I'm using a sword and an axe, so I'm using both my hands. I have a weapon, and that's like basically maximum damage output. You also can have a two-handed weapon, like a two-handed sword or two-handed axe, and that does a lot more damage like initially. I don't think it has as much damage over time as wielding two weapons, but it does a ton of damage like each hit. And those are really fun to use, but you can also have a sword and a shield. So there's a ton of different combinations you can have. And then sometimes you'll see me like do a special attack, like my guy will just spin around or whatever. And basically what that is anyways, going back to it, yeah, I kind of just explained it in a bad way. X is kind of the normal attack. Y is a heavy attack. And so guys with shields and armor are not really even affected by the normal attacks. You'll have to heavy attack them. And when you do heavy attack a guy, it will stagger him. But basically you'll attack a guy to the point where you'll see a little arrow appear above his head, and then if you're looking at him and it appears yellow, if you press Y, you'll do like a special attack. And the special attacks are so satisfying. You'll do like epic stuff, like you'll cut off heads or arms and stuff, and sometimes the game will even do a slow motion of what you're doing, like it'll slow down as you're cleaving a guy's leg off or something. So it's just incredibly satisfying when you get those slow-mo kills. On top of that, you're also able to press right trigger and use special attacks like you've unlocked. For example, I'm using two weapons, and I've unlocked a special attack where if I press a right trigger and then press X, my guy will like spin around and do an area of an attack and hurt everybody around me and also stun them. Not only that, but on top of that, you can level up your bow extensively, which I did. My guy has his bow, like, portion of his skill tree completely maxed out. I have a bunch of different bow attacks. Like, I have an attack that makes the bow a lot more accurate, and then I can get really incredible high damage headshots. And I have another attack that shoots like a bunch of arrows at once to hurt a bunch of guys, and I have like a stunning attack. It's just so much customization. It's honestly insane. But again, going back to this game having even more stuff than Borderlands 2, it has a thing where there's random glowing pillars that are just merchants that appear, and it doesn't make any sense, but it's bloody awesome because it's so handy to be able to sell all your stuff. And in this game, in Borderlands 2, it was a huge complaint that, you know, money counts for nothing, right? You find green weapons and you just leave them there. You don't even give a crap. You're just like, wow, a chest of green weapons, I don't even care, right? But in this game, it's the opposite. You basically fill your inventory to the brim with as many weapons as you can because you're trying to sell it. Because at merchants, like you'll see in this video, I go to a merchant and there's like a legendary two-handed sword that I can buy that has like really good stats, and I kind of compare it with my two-handed sword. I end up not buying it, but in this game you can find legendary weapons in stores, so it makes it so that every loot, like all the loot you find, is important because you're trying to sell it and get a ton of money so you can buy these incredible weapons that are available in stores, and that's something that Borderlands 2 doesn't even have, and that's like a huge thing that I hear a lot of people complain about. So in short, this game is less than 20 bucks. We got about a month until next gens come out, but if you're kind of sick of Borderlands Double Penetrating Unkept Herald Edition, which is Borderlands after level 61, and you just want to try something new, this is a sweet game, and it is so rewarding to play with friends. Each character has its own special way to find loot. Like you'll see in this video, my character kind of goes up to behind like a pillar, or it's on some sort of wall or something. You'll see like it's a glowing little object, and my guy can loot it. It's a secret stash put there by another ranger because my guy's a ranger. And each character has its own different thing. Like my guy is the only guy that can find the secret stashes. The dwarf guy can knock down walls and find chests behind there. And the elf girl, I think, has another kind of similar loot thing. No one ever plays her, so I don't know what her ability is. But like when I was playing this with my friend, we were finding so much more loot than I would ever by playing by myself. So if you play in a party of people, it's super rewarding because each character has its own special ability to get even more loot, and it's just a ton of fun. So I really hope you guys check this game out. Again, less than 20 bucks. It's available to download on digital download on the Xbox and I believe the PS3. I'm actually not getting paid for this. I just really enjoy this game. However, if you work at Snowblind Studios, which made this game, and you want to throw some money my way, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys try out this game. It's a ton of fun. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.